good.
Or if you go ahead, yeah, thank you.
Okay, we're all ready. Most people, when they enter a conversation with others, start by trying to find some common ground or just discussing with each other. And when you're talking to individuals that you don't know especially, this is something that's really hard to do for anyone and everyone, no matter how good you are at talking. For my grandfather, this was not the case. Any individual that he talked to, whether it was a stranger that he had never seen in his life, or whether it was someone close to him in his family, he would have the most deep conversations with, always. It was so easy for him to do it, and he would do it every single time without fail. And he would always turn the conversation towards others and never focus on himself. That's just who he was. That's who he was as a person, and that's how he lived his life as a Christian and acted out his faith. There was never a dull moment with him, and he never failed to always keep everyone entertained and feel like they were at home with him no matter what. He was a man of God and incredibly strong in his faith. And there was never a doubt of where he was going when he was going to end his life. When he died, not when he ended his life, but when he was going to die, it was assured that he would be a place in heaven. In his life, his faith shone through in absolutely everything that he would do and he would say. He lived a life as a true servant and was willing to help anyone with anything, even when it came at a cost to himself. Some of my earliest memories of him were going over and visiting their house in California, and he would just talk to me. We share the same namesake. He's Kenneth Aldine Lane Jr., and I was Kenneth Aldine Lane IV. So he would always greet me with his full name, and then he would go to me and say my full name. It was fantastic and helped me because he was also in Boy Scouts when he was younger and guided me through my journey when I was in Boy Scouts. But he would always turn towards me and just talk with me and give me attention, no matter what was going on or no matter what was happening. And this was what he was like with absolutely everyone. It was an amazing time to be with him, and everyone loved him alike. He was also very confident in his faith and completely assured what was going to happen to him in the end. When he was getting closer and closer to the end of his life due to bone cancer that was infecting him, he was confident. There was absolutely no fear in him. In fact, he was happy and joyous, no matter who he looked to or who he saw. It was actually incredible. Wow, this is harder than I thought to say. I remember very distinctly being 10 years old and not fully understanding why my papa was looking like this, why he was weaker, why he was struggling, and still had a smile on his face and was still able to talk to anyone about anything. But I'll always remember this. On one of my last visits of seeing my papa, we went into his medical room and he was laying on his bed. It was pretty difficult for him to talk and he was always in pain, but the very first thing he did when he saw me was he looked at me and he went, "Have you finished your Eagle Scout project yet? How close are you? Do you think you're gonna get it this year or is it gonna end up being next year?" He immediately made me smile and me be happy no matter what. His only regret at the end of his life was that he couldn't help anyone any more than he already had. And I know that today he's looking down from heaven, watching and smiling, pleased with what he accomplished, and now he gets to enjoy.